They say weddings bring families together, but mine almost tore us apart. On the day I was supposed to marry the love of my life, my mother-in-law stood up in front of everyone and tried to stop the wedding. But the vows I read, next? They silenced the entire room and changed everything. Hi, I'm Emily, 28 years old, born and raised in Ohio. Like every bride, I dreamed of my wedding day. White dress, flowers, the man I love waiting at the altar. And that man was Ryan, my best friend, my partner, my safe place. We'd been through college, long distance, and 3 years of figuring out adulthood together, so when he proposed, I thought the hard part was over. Turns out, the hard part was his mom. Ryan's mom, Linda, never liked me. From the very beginning, she'd drop little comments. Are you sure you can cook for him? Ryan deserves someone who'll put family first. Translation? She thought I wasn't good enough. I tried to win her over. I really did. I invited her to brunches, included her in planning, even asked for her opinion on flowers. But she always found a way to make me feel less. Ryan would say, "Ignore her, Em, she'll come around." But in the back of my mind, I wondered, would she? Fast forward to our wedding day. The church was glowing, sunlight pouring through stained glass, guests smiling, music softly playing. I walked down the aisle, my heart racing, eyes locked on Ryan. This was it. We stood before the pastor, ready to exchange vows. I'd written mine from scratch, poured my heart into them. But just as the pastor asked if anyone had objections, Linda stood up. The entire church gasped. I froze, bouquet shaking in my hands. Linda's voice cut through the silence. I object. My stomach dropped. She stepped forward, eyes burning into me. This marriage is a mistake. Emily doesn't respect tradition. She's not ready to be a wife to my son. People shifted uncomfortably in the pews. Ryan's face went red with anger. Mom, sit down, he snapped. But she wouldn't. She went on about how I wasn't family-oriented, how my career would distract me from being a wife. It felt like every insecurity I'd ever had, being shouted into a microphone in front of 200 people. I could have cried. I could have run. But instead, I did the only thing I could think of. I looked at the pastor and said, "May I read my vows now?" He nodded nervously. I unfolded the paper in my hands, took a deep breath, and spoke louder than I ever had in my life. Ryan, when I met you, I didn't just fall in love with you. I found my best friend. You've taught me patience, kindness, and what it means to build a future together. I vow to stand by you through every storm, to celebrate every joy, and to create a home filled with laughter and love. Not just for us, but for the family we'll grow and the traditions we'll carry forward. I paused, then turned my eyes directly on Linda. And I vow to honor the family that made you who you are. To respect where you came from, while building something new with you. Because marriage isn't about perfection. It's about choosing each other, every single day. The church was silent. Some guests had tears in their eyes. Ryan squeezed my hand, whispering, "That was perfect." Linda? She froze. For the first time, she had nothing to say. Her lips trembled, and she slowly sat back down. The pastor cleared his throat, clearly relieved, and asked Ryan to read his vows. Ryan looked at me with tears streaming down his face and said, "I don't need paper. I just need her." The room erupted in applause. The ceremony finished beautifully. We kissed, we celebrated, we danced the night away. But I'll never forget that moment, that objection that could have ruined everything. After the reception, Linda pulled me aside. Her eyes were softer, her voice quieter. "I misjudged you," she admitted. "Those vows, they showed me who you really are." It wasn't an apology exactly, but it was the closest thing I'd ever gotten. And honestly, it was enough. Looking back, I realize weddings aren't just about love stories. They're about families colliding, old expectations, meeting new realities. And sometimes you have to fight for your love, even in front of an entire church. My wedding day didn't go as planned, but maybe it went exactly how it was meant to. Because when I said those vows, I wasn't just proving myself to Linda. I was proving to myself that I was ready. Ready to be a wife, ready to face challenges, and ready to choose Ryan every single day. So here's my question for you. If your mother-in-law tried to stop your wedding, would you keep going, or would you walk away? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unbelievable true stories. Because trust me, this is just the beginning.